This joint right here, it makes me wanna.
Hello and welcome to Simply Talandria. My name is Talandria and today we're going to be starting episode 3 of the Payote Stitch series. In episode 2, I talked about and created the design for the bracelet and ring that we're going to be making for this series. I have decided to add in a pair of earrings, so I had time to test my design that I created in episode 2, and this is what I came up with. So this is the unit that we're going to be making, and I don't know how well you guys can see, but there is actually a peyote. There is actually a chevron look inside of this unit. Can you guys see this? I'm trying to get it. Let me see if I can get it in a better light for you guys to be able to see. Okay, so there is like a chevron. Let me put it about right here so you guys can see. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's a chevron, little small mini chevron look inside of it. So there's like 2 silver chevrons at the top going one way and 2 mini chevrons silver coming down the opposite way with a star like in the center. Gonna kind of zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see. Trying to see how I can get it out the light. And I know it's hard to see it because I actually created this with 2 shiny beads instead of the matte finish bead, so it's kind of hard to get a good look at it. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can actually see the design, but it's there. And if you follow along with me, you'll be able to see it very well. So let's go over the material right quick, and I will try to show this to you better. I might take a picture so I can put it inserted in there so you can see the actual design of it. So, okay, let's go over the material. I used 2 contrasting color beads. I used a galvanized sterling silver, and I used a opal with lined with galvanized silver in the middle of this. So these are my Mayuki 11 delicacy beads. This is the opal color, and it's item number DB223-TB, and that is the opal color. Try to get it where you guys can see. Hang on a second. Okay, anywho, I will leave it in the description box. And this one is item number DB0035, and it's just basically a trans galvanized sterling silver. Okay, so those are my 2 contrasting colors that I used. This is the silver, this is the opal. Okay, and I'm using a size 12 beading needle, but you can use a size 10 or a size 12 beading needle. And I'm using 6-pound fire line, and it's by Berkeley. All these items can be found on Amazon. I will leave a link down in the description so you guys can go and get it. I'm using a 4mm round rondelle, and I have my stop bead. Alright, so this is all the material you're going to need in order to get started. I'm going to clear my area off. When I come back, I will be ready to show you guys how to create this unit, and then I'll come back. Then I will pause the video, give you guys time to complete all the units you need in order to make the bracelet, and then I will show you guys how to put the units together. All right. See you in just a sec. Welcome back. I have already threaded my needle. You're going to need about 24 inches of fire line. So I have already threaded my needle and added on my stop bead, leaving about 12 inches of tail. So you need to leave about at least 12 inches of tail. Alright. So let me just make sure I have everything. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do, because if you remember in the second video, I said we're going to start with 5 beads. So we're going to pick up, and we have 2 contrasting colors. The silver is going to be color A, and the opal will be color B. So we're going to pick up 1A, which is the silver, 3B, which is the opal. So 1, 2, and 3, and we need to pick up one more A, more color A, and we're gonna, so it should look like this: 1 silver, 3 opal, and 1 silver. We're gonna slide it down to our stop bead. Now I'm gonna take this tail in one hand, and I'm gonna kind of put it over my finger like this. Now we're coming out of the silver bead here at the top. So we're going to pick up 1 opal, which will be B. And before I get started doing that, let me just 1 second get my paper. So this is what I had inside. This is in episode 2, this is the actual design that I came up with. So on the second, so we picked up 1A, 3 B's, 1A. And then I told you, going back through, you're going to pick up 1B, 1A, 1B. So we just picked up 1B. So let me see, can I sit this somewhere where you guys will be able to see it? And this is just to show you guys how to get started. Okay? Let me see. I think you can see this. Alright, so we picked up 1A, 3 B's, 1A. Now we're gonna be going back down. So we picked up 1B. We're gonna pick up 1B. I'm sorry, yeah, 1B, and then 1A and 1B. So let's do that. So I'm gonna put this back over, start with the stop bead at the lower part of my finger. I'm gonna slide it back over my finger like so. So as you can see, we're coming out of the last silver seed bead here. I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to pick up 1B. And I'm coming out of an A, so I'm going to pick up a B. So I'm going to go down through, I'm going to skip over the silver. Make sure you guys can see this. And it's kind of, the very first 2 rows is kind of hard, but once you get those on, it's going to be pretty easy from that point on. So I'm coming out of here. I'm going to skip over the silver, and I'm going to go through the next CB, which is an opal. And I'm going to pull my string. Now, I'm going to hold on to the tail, and I'm going to pull. Hang on a sec. And it should look like this. Now, the silver and the one I just added is sitting side by side. Okay? They're sitting side by side. I'm just going to pull my work taut. Alright, so I'm coming out of an opal, and the next one is another opal, so I'm going to pick up 1A, a silver seed bead. So I'm picking up an A, so I picked up my first 1B. Remember, you're only going to be adding 3. So I picked up my first one was a B. Now I'm picking up an A. And I'm coming out of this bead here. I'm going to skip the next bead and go through the third opal bead, which is here. Okay? And I'm going to just hold on to my tail and slide my needle through. Pull it taut. Okay. And it should look like this. It should look like this. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up another B, 1B. And I don't have any more C beads to go through. So this is where I'm going to start my turnaround. Because we're using odd peyote stitch, you're going to have to do a turnaround. So I'm going, you see the very first silver bead that I first put on? I'm going to go down through here. This is right next to the stop bead. I'm going to go up through this silver bead here. I'm also going to go, hang on a second. I'm going to go through this silver bead here. I'm also going to go through the opal bead right below it and over through the last silver bead that I had on before that. So it should look like this. You're going to be going through these 3 beads. The last silver bead, the opal bead above it, and then over to the silver bead. And I'm going to pull my needle through. Let me just get my tail out of the way. So I'm going to pull. I'm just going to pull it into place, and that's going to set my bead right beside the silver bead I just added. Now I'm in the wrong spot because I'm coming out of this silver bead here, and I need to be coming back up out of this opal bead going in this direction. So I got to do my turnaround. I'm coming out this silver bead. I'm going to go right over here to the next silver bead, to the opal bead beside it. And I'm going to go down through this opal bead here. Okay. Make sure I keep my string in place. Alright, now I'm coming out of this opal bead. I'm going to go down through this opal bead right below it. Also going up through the first silver bead next to the stop bead. Okay, so let's pull it through. And then now I can come back up through the last opal bead that I just added on, and I'll be ready to pick up again. So each time you get down to the stop bead, you're going to need to do a turnaround in order to get back in the right direction. Okay, so it should look like this. So we're coming out of the correct bead. We're coming out and we're going in the right direction, which will be up. Let me just push my stop bead up close to it, to my work. Now we're coming out of the opal bead. Alright, I'm going to pick up, I'm coming out of an opal bead, so I'm going to pick up a silver bead. And based on what you see here, if you see an opal bead, you're going to pick up a silver. If you see a silver bead, you're going to pick up an opal. So I'm coming out of an opal bead and picking up a silver, and I'm going to go up through the next silver that silver right above it. And you're going to know where you need to come out and go in through based on the beads that's kind of hanging over. I'll show you in just a second. Okay. Pull that tight. Alright. So I'm coming out of a silver bead. I need to pick up an opal bead. And I'm coming out of a silver bead, but my next bead is an opal bead, so I'm going to pick up another silver bead. So I'm going to pick up another 1A bead and go up through the last opal bead. Alright. So I'm coming out of the opal bead. So now we're going to be getting ready to add row 4. We've added 3 rows already. And this is what it should be looking like. It should be... Hope you guys can see this really well. I'm sorry I didn't use matte beads, so the shininess is making it kind of hard to get into frame. Alright, but this is what you should be working with. Alright, so I'm coming out of this opal bead here at the top. I'm going to pick up another silver bead. And I'm going to go down through this silver bead. Okay. Pull it. Make it tight. I am coming out of a silver bead. But the next, I'm coming out this silver bead here. But the next bead is silver, so I'm going to be picking up an opal bead. And I'm going to go down through the next silver bead. Here. Alright. Pull it tight. I'm coming out of a silver bead. My last bead is an opal bead, so I need to pick up a silver. But there is not another bead to go down through, so this is where we're going to start our turnaround again. So you're going to go up through the last bead that you came out of, the opal bead. And you're going to also go up through the silver bead and also this opal bead. So these are the 3 beads you're going to go down through. Okay, just so you can see. Alright, we're going to push our thread through. And you need to straighten up the bead and then pull it tight. So now we are coming out this opal bead, but we're not in the right spot. We should be coming up through this silver bead here instead of this opal bead. Show you. We're coming out of this opal bead here, but we should be coming through this silver bead here. So we need to make our turnaround. So we're coming out of this opal bead here. We need to go down through this silver bead. This is for our turnaround. You're going to also go, so you're going to go down through this silver bead here. Let's do that. And then you're going to go down through this silver bead. Well, coming out of this bead, we're going to go back down through this bead here, this silver bead here as well. Hang on a second. And we also need to come down through, back up through this opal bead. So these 2 beads. Can you see? And then you're gonna pull it down. Alright. And then back up through this, coming out. Now we're going to be coming, once we go back up through this silver bead, we'll be coming out in the right direction and we're ready for pickup. So just remember, once you get back down to the bottom where the stop bead is, you're going to have to make a turnaround before you can pick up your beads again. So this is what you should have. Okay? That's what it should be looking like. We're going to pick up an opal bead because we're coming out of a silver, and we're going to go up through the next opal bead. Pick up an opal bead because we're next to a silver bead here. We're coming out the opal. The next bead is a silver, so we're going to pick up another opal bead and go up through the last silver. All right. Now we're coming out at the top. We're coming out the silver bead. We're going to pick up an opal bead and go down through this opal bead. And we're going to pick up, we're coming out of the opal bead. We're sitting next to an opal bead, so we need to pick up a silver bead. And go down through the next opal bead. Now, we're coming out of an opal and we're next to a silver, so we need to pick up an opal bead, but there's not another bead to go down through. So this again is where we start our turnaround. So we're going to go up through this silver, up through the opal, and up through this silver here. So we're going to be going down 3 beads every time to do our turnaround. We're going to slide this bead into place, making sure we turn it around to get it. But I need to turn it the way it's supposed to go, and we're going to tighten it up. So, when you tighten it, there we go, you should have that. That's what we should have so far. Alright? So, we're going to go back down. We're going to make our turnaround. We're coming out this silver bead. We're going to go down through this opal bead, and this silver bead. So, let's do that. Go to this opal bead. I'm going to go through this opal bead and that silver bead. Let me get my tail out the way. Slide it in. Alright. Now we need to go back up through this opal bead, and now we are ready for pickup. We are coming out of an opal bead, so we need to pick up a silver bead. Slide through the next silver bead. Pick up a silver bead. Slide through the opal bead. Now, this is where it's going to change a little bit because we need to create a point at the end. Ordinarily, we're coming out of an opal bead. We would need to pick up a silver bead, but I changed the pattern a little bit. Now we're going to pick up a silver bead. Another opal bead and go back down through the silver bead. Alright. So, if you can see this, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to pick up another opal bead. Another silver bead. We're going to pick up a silver bead and go through the silver bead. Now we're going to pick up another opal bead. And there is no bead to go through. So we're going to have to do our turnaround. So we're going to go down through this silver, this opal, and these 2 silvers. We're going to slide through. Making sure we straighten it out and make it tight. And now we're going to do our turnaround. We're coming out of this silver bead, so we need to go down through this silver bead. We're going to go down through this silver bead, then this silver bead, and then this opal bead. So let's do that. Do this silver bead. And then we need to go through this silver bead and this opal bead. And come back up through the opal bead. Now we can pick up again. This time we're going to be picking up, even though we're coming outside of silver, we're going to pick up an opal bead. And go up through the silver bead. Hang on a second. Okay, we're going to go through that silver bead. Pop it in place. We're going to pick up another opal bead and go up through this opal bead. Now we're going to pick up a silver bead and come down through the opal bead. We're going to pick up another opal bead and come down through the opal bead. We're going to pick up another silver bead, and since we don't have a way to put it through, we're going to go do our turnaround. We're going to go up through all three of these opals, slide the bead into place, and pull it tight. Now we need to make our turnaround. Our turnaround this time is going to be a little bit different because we're going to be going through the silver bead, opal, opal. So let's go through this silver bead here. Alright. And then we're going to go through this opal bead and this opal bead. And then now we're going to go back up through the last silver bead we added, and we are ready to pick up. On this go around, we're going to be picking up a silver bead, and we're going to go through the opal bead. We're going to pick up a silver bead, and we're going to go through this silver bead. Now let's count. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to need 8. So now we're going to pick up another opal bead and go down through this silver bead. We're going to pick up a silver bead and go down through the next silver bead. And we're going to pick up an opal bead and go down through. We don't have anywhere to go down through, so this is where we're going to make our turnaround. We're going to go up through all three of the silvers, direct our bead, and pull it tight. Let's do our turnaround. So this time we're going to go up through opal, silver, silver. So we're going to go up through this opal bead here. And then we're going to go down through this silver bead and this silver bead and pull through. Redirecting ourselves back to the last opal that we added, and now we are ready for pickup, which will be an opal bead. We're going to pick up an opal bead and go up through the silver, just the silver. Alright. We're going to pick up another opal bead and go up through this silver. We're now going to pick up a silver bead. So we're coming out of opal at the top and go down through this opal. We're going to pick up an opal bead and lost my opal bead. Pick up an opal bead and go down through the next opal bead, and then we're going to pick up a silver bead, and we're going to go and do our turnaround because there's no other bead to go down through. So we're going to do our turnaround, go through all three of these opals here on the edge, direct our bead and tighten it. Now let's make our turnaround. We're coming out of this opal bead. We're going to go down through this silver bead. Here. And then we're going to go up through this opal bead and this opal bead. And then now we'll be coming back up out the silver bead. That last silver bead we just added, we'll go back up through that. And that's going to put us in a point where we can pick up. So we're going to be picking up a silver bead and go up through the opal bead. We're going to be picking up a silver bead and we're going to go up through this silver bead, last silver bead on the thing. Now let's count. We should have 8 at the top. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we should also have 8 on the bottom next to our stop bead. So 1, 2, 3. Let me turn over you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so there's no more. We have our 8 rows that we need to make. So now we're going to get ready to add on the rondelle. And we'll be done with the unit once we do that. So at this point, what we need to do is we're going to actually go back down. Now that we just, so let's put our string back the way it is. We're coming up through the top here. This is our start bead. We're going to pick it up in our hand. We're coming out the top of this silver bead. We are going to go back down. We're going to go behind this silver bead down through here. The opal bead. And we're going to go through this silver bead here. Now we're coming out of this silver bead here because we need to be coming out this bead here. So we add our last piece. So we're coming out this silver bead. We're going to go over to this silver bead here. And up through this opal bead here. Alright. Through this opal bead here. That's going to bring us out right beside the silver bead that we need to go down through. So this is going to be our last bead to pick up. We're going to pick up one last silver bead to close it off. And then go up through this silver bead here. Now we're going to do our turnaround again because we need to be coming out of this bead here, the very last bead we just added. So we're coming out of this silver bead here. We're going to go back down through the opal bead right beside it. Okay. And we're going to go through this opal bead right below it. As well as, let's see, this opal bead right below it. And then we're going to go up through this silver bead here. Wait. I'm sorry, this opal bead here. So you guys can see. Alright. We're going to go down through this silver bead and then up through the last one we just added. So now we can pick up what we need in order to add the rondelle. So we're going to pick up one silver seed bead, one rondelle, and then we're going to pick up 3 more silver seed beads. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright. Slide that down. We are going to pull these over, skip these 3, pull those back that we just added. We're going to just go down through the rondelle only. Then we're going to pull it tight to our work. Pulling it tight. Should look like that. We're going to pick up another silver seed bead, and then we're going to go through this last silver seed bead that we added on this through this CB here. We're going to go through here. Now we need to go up and tighten out. We need to go through our work one more time. So we're going to go up. We're coming out this piece. We're going to go up through this silver CB, back up through the rondelle, and come out of the CB at the top. We're going to go through this one. Alright. Through this one. Back down through the rondelle and out through the CB at the bottom. Alright. So now the last thing we need to do is go over through this CB. Alright. And then we're coming out right here. We're going to go down through these two CBs. And now we're just going to weave the last little piece of our thread through our work. Alright, that's going to tie it off by weaving it back through. So you're just going to weave through. Alright. And just follow the thread path. So up through here. So I'm just following the thread path. So I'm coming out this one. Hang on a sec. Alright, so we're just gonna weave through a few pieces, come up through a few more pieces, and just work our way through. Just weaving through so we get most of our thread gone. This is gonna tighten our work. I'm gonna weave up through a couple more, just to make sure we got it in there pretty good. Alright, so once you weaved it through a few times, you can take off your needle and cut off this piece of thread. Alright, so now you are going to want to take off your stop bead. You're going to slide our stop bead off and thread the opposite end of the tail thread. And I hate threading on camera because I never can get it when I'm on camera. It's like the thread gets shy. Let's hope I can get it within the first go. Got it, believe it or not. I got it. Alright. So, we've added our tail thread, added our needle to our tail thread. And basically all we're going to do is go in and add in 2 silver seed beads to kind of close it up and get our thread in position for when we get ready to add. So we're coming out this silver seed bead here. We are going to go down, back down through this opal, because we want to be coming out. We want to be coming up through this one like this. So we're gonna just weave our way back down through. So I'm coming out of this opal here, and let's see, I'm gonna go through this silver one here. All right. Go through this silver one and this silver one, if I can. Well, let's just do it one at a time, so it won't let me do it 2 at a time. And then I'm coming out of this silver one here. I'm going to go up through this one. And then up through this silver one. And then finally up through this opal. So I'm coming out of this silver one here. I'm going to go through this opal one. And then now I can come up through this silver one the way I need to. And I'll pick up 1 silver seed bead. Go up through this one. This opal. And I'll pick up another silver seed bead and go up through this silver one. Now I want to be coming out of this one like this, and that's where I'm going to stop. But I got to work my way back through my work. So I'm going to come up through this opal, go back down through this opal here. I'm going to come up through this opal here. And I'm going to go up through this opal here. And coming out through this one, I'm going to come up through this one, this opal here. That's going to put me right beside the silver seed bead I need to go down through, or go up through. Now I'm going to go up through the one I need to come out of. And now I am in position. I have my completed unit. I'm actually in position. My thread is in position where it needs to be in order to connect to the other unit that I previously created. So when I get ready to connect this, I will put this through here, and I use my tail thread to connect like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video, give you guys opportunity to go and make as many units as you need to. I am going to make 9 units because I want to make a bracelet, at least an 8.5 to 9 inch bracelet. So I'm going to create 9 of these units, and when we get back, I'll show you guys how to put these units together. Also, before I pause this video, you will need to create 1 unit without. So while you guys are creating your units, make sure one of your units, so if you're making a 6-inch bracelet and you create 6 of these, one of your units needs to be created without the rondelle. It needs to be just a little unit like this without the rondelle. Alright, so I will pause the video, let you guys get started. Welcome back. I have completed my units for my bracelet. I've also completed the units for the earrings, And I did one of the units for the ring. And I was thinking that this unit here that I told you guys to create without the rondelle, I'm thinking for the ring I'm going to need 2 of these units. Maybe 3 of these units. Units without the rondelles. So I need to create, I only have 2 more units. This video got a little bit longer than I expected to get. So I'm going to actually create 2 more of these units like this without the rondelle piece off camera. And I'm going to do episode 3.2 where I'm going to actually show you guys how to put this together, because this video actually got longer than I had expected it to get. With us creating it, it took a little bit longer for me to explain the pattern and stuff to you guys. But if you want to make the earrings too, you need to make 2 more like this. And if you're going to make a ring, you're going to need at least 3, depending on the size of the finger. You need at least 3 or 4 to make a ring for the finger. And I'll show you guys how to do that. But you're only going to need 1 with the rondelle, and the other 2 will need to be made without, the other 2 or the other 3 will need to be made, will need to be made without the rondelle. That way you can connect those pieces together, and then in the end you'll connect the final piece over here, if that makes sense. So you'll have the piece that has the crystal, then the band, and then connect on this side over here, and that'll be the ring. All right. So I'm going to, again, I'll show you guys how to sew these together in the next video. I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 3.2 for actually putting this together. And then later on or I may just come back and show you guys how to put the bracelet together. And then in episode 4, I'll do the ring and the earrings. I think that's how I'm going to do it, so I don't make a long video, drawn out video showing you guys how to do it. I'll create the video for the next video. 3.2 will be me actually putting the bracelet pieces together. And in video 4, I'll show you guys how to do the earrings and how to do the ring, how we're going to put that together to make a ring. All right, guys, so I will see you then. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys were able to see clearly. I am going to be working more on the lighting for our videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.
This joint right here, it makes me wanna